I'm Chad Swim. I want to talk to you today about how to close a sale. We all get frustrated on closing the sale and how to overcome objections and everything else, but we're always thinking about how many sales, as far as closes that we can use, 150 closes out here. Let me tell you, we have 6 power tips today that will help you close that sale. Because what we're doing, we're always thinking about how to close it. Our number 1 close is a masterful presentation. If you don't have a great presentation, you can whip out all the closes, but you're not going to close those people. Closing today is totally different than it was 100 years ago. We have to close in our presentation. Our presentation has to be on iPad, laptop, whatever. It has to be, visual so you can see it crisp and clean. That's where we win those wars in our presentation. Our presentation is the best close ever. We get the people involved in our presentation. I'll never forget, I had to go buy my wife a car. Well, I was looking and actually stumbled across a vehicle, and I was test driving it. But a guy next to me says, "Chad, they're heated seats." I said, "Yeah, everybody's got heated seats." Riding down the road, talking about all this stuff. And then he says, "Hey, they even have AC seats. Have you heard of such thing?" My butt was getting cold. But, after he said AC seats, I said, "Man, I got to have this." Well, that's what sold me during his presentation on the car. But we don't know what's going to sell the homeowner. But we know that we have to be high performance in our presentation. That's number 1. Number 2, we have to have a pre-close to overcome all these, objections at the end. Number 1, we said presentation was the number 1 close. Number 2 is a pre-close. After you gave that masterful presentation and you went and you stopped and you said, "Well, this is the company you want to do business with, isn't it?" Well, great. Let's get started. And you move on to the product demo. And this is the product you want, isn't it? Yes. Well, we've done 3 closes already. We've done a masterful presentation, and then we've done a great pre-close, and then another pre-close. So there goes 3 already. Well, Mr. and Ms. Jones, great. I need your okay right here. Well, let's get started. Let's do it. Here comes some more closes. But then, once we give that money, say, "Hey, I need your okay, we're here. What do you hear? I want to think about it." That's number 4. I want to think about it. Number 5, I want to get other estimates. Number 6, it's too much money. Well, how do we overcome those 3? We overcome those 3 by saying, "Okay, you said you want to get other estimates. Great. What other estimates can I give you? Half the house? You bring them around." But not only that, you say, "Hey, you said in our presentation that this is the company you want. This is the product you want on your home." What other estimates you're going to get? You can't get the product anywhere else, and you can't get you can't get me. So the estimates are done. Well, I want to think about it, Chad. Well, think about it. I understand. Me and my wife want to think about it also when we buy a product like this. Well, let's get it done. Let's get started. Okay. Well, we overcome that by, "Hey, you said you liked the product. You said you liked the company. You said you loved me. You're ready to get started, but you want to get out of this. You want to think about it." What is it to think about? Is it the color? Is it the style? This is things that we have to overcome. We need to get them down to the money. It's the money. It's always the money. Where am I going to get the money? How am I going to get the money? It's always that. Well, number six is your price is too high. Well, if you want to eliminate that right off the bat, Mr. and Ms. Jones, have you been to the grocery store? Before you give them the price, you say, hey, have you been to the grocery store lately? Yes, they've been to the grocery store. Look at milk. $5, $4, wherever you were at. Well, I went to the grocery store the other day, went to buy some food. My wife called me up and says, we need some food. I put $20 out, and what happens? The lady says, Mr. Swim, that's $50. $50 for 2 bags of groceries? Are you kidding me? Everything costs too much, Mr. and Ms. Jones. This project that we were talking about is going to cost too much. Well, let's get started. Everything's going to cost too much. Well, have you pumped your gas lately? No. Yes, I have. Oh my goodness. Can you get some for $20? Fill it up for 20? No. Well, everything that we have costs too much. This project on your home is going to cost too much. Well, you think at the end, somebody's got some sense when I say that, and then I throw the price out, they say, oh, Chad, this is too much money. Oh, we've already talked about that. We've already overcome that objection. They're either going to say, oh, I want to think about it, or I need another estimate. Well, we can overcome that, can't we? Today we can overcome that by doing a great presentation. Well, guys, we have to get out there and do a great presentation. That's the #1 key. And then you can overcome all these objections. Well, let's get out there and sell something today. Have a great day.